What is going on, YouTube? Patrick here. It is Thursday, not Wednesday. Normally I like to release these on Wednesdays, but, well, life got in the way this week. What are you going to do? Uh, like last week, welcome to all of the new subscribers. I've seen a bunch of new people coming in. I know that a lot of people really enjoy the live footage stuff, so more will come out on Saturday. And that's what I try to do. Every Saturday have that, and every Wednesday have these What Sold videos. We'll see if that continues into the future. I may change it up and add in some other types of videos, but that's what I'm doing right now. Lots of sales again last week. About $680 over 18 sales. So pretty dang good week, you guys. You know what? Since it's Thursday, I'm just going to jump right into it, you guys. All right, so first up, this is The Stand by Stephen King. It's a hardcover version of this book. If you didn't know already, the Stephen King hardcover books, especially some of his more vintage stuff like 80s and 90s, can do really well. Keep an eye out for the Dark Tower series. Those books can go for a ton of money, hardcover again. But the hard thing here is that not all Stephen King hardcovers are created equal. So some of the newer stuff you're going to find a lot more of. Even still, if you find those, you can usually bundle those up into lots and do all right on it. So I was into this for $3. I think I got it at Savers or some other thrift store. Can't remember exactly. And sold it for 20 plus shipping. So pretty good. All right. Item number 2 this week. I had got this at a tag sale a couple weeks back when Amber and I were out with her sister Natalie and just randomly went through this pile of DVDs and it was in there. And normally Skate 3 is not a bad game. You know, you'd probably get, I don't know, $10 for it, something like that. But this one was brand new and sealed, and they had priced it as such. They priced it at $10, so it was a little bit more than usually you wanna pay for a video game, but sealed, right? New, sealed, plus that kind of more uncommon game. And sure enough, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna buy this. I think I'm gonna do pretty well. And you guys can see, sold it for $50 plus shipping. So really good overall. Very happy with that. You know, it's one of those things. Just video games just are still good. You guys know to look for video games. I think everybody knows video games are good. All right, getting into something more interesting. Item number 3 here. This is a pitcher from a Ninja blender. It came with the lid, came with the blade that was inside. I've sold all 3 of those things separately now. So the lid, the blade, and now the pitcher itself. And you can see, sold for $35 plus shipping. So like, I think I was into this for $4, including those other 2 pieces, and I sold the lid for 30 and the blade for like 10. So just fantastic flip here, right? Like $75 from $4. They're not like super common, but they're not uncommon either. You guys will find these. The key is part them out. Don't try and sell the whole blender all together. You're only going to get like maybe 30, 40, 50, $60, depending on what time of year it is. You part them out though. People cannot get those parts very easily. So they're going to want to replace whatever they broke on theirs, or maybe get a backup for whatever they've got. That's how you guys are going to make money on these ninjas. So keep an eye out. These are great flips. All right, item number 4. If you watched last week's video, you saw that I had sold this iPad for $50 in shipping, and I was a little bit apprehensive because a lot of times they're account locked, and you can't really tell unless you set it up and go all the way through the setup procedure yourself, and I just wasn't really interested. The lady that had sold to me said, no, I used to be in IT. I know how to unlock it. She didn't, apparently, because the person got it. They said, oh, no, this is account locked. I can't use this. And I said, you can just have a refund. You don't have to send it back. And they didn't hear it. They were like, no, we're going to send it back. It's no problem. So I gave them the full refund. They sent it back. And I put it back up for sale again at a reduced rate and just mentioned in the title, you can see it there, that it was account locked. And sure enough, within about a week, it sold for that price. So even still, right, I was into this for $4 and I still sold it for $30. Pretty happy about that. And, you know, of course, I wish I had gotten the 50, but I'm okay with getting 30 considering it was account locked. And it had gone through back and forth through the mail a couple times. What are you going to do, right? All right, item number 5. This is going to be
Amber's Weird Sale of the Week.
I had seen Osborne to Thrift. I'll link his channel in the description below. Buying these and saying that the Xbox One version of these was doing pretty well. I did a little research when I first saw it, and it didn't look like that was the case. I didn't really know what he was talking about. But then I actually ended up spending a little bit more time after the fact just taking a look and seeing, do they sell at the price you're really looking for? And they do. So I picked one up at a Savers. I think it was $2.99. I was like, that's not too bad of a price just to see if these things sell. And sure enough, within about a week or two, this thing sold. So pretty happy about that. It is a little weird. I'm sure you guys know if you're into any of this stuff, the Infinity portals really aren't worth a lot. The Skylanders portals are the same way. And yeah, just really strange. But hey, we're not here to ask questions of why these things sell. We're just here to sell them. So, all right, item number 6. This is unusual for me because this is a Facebook Marketplace sale. The reasoning being Rosetta Stone. Right? You can't sell these things on eBay. You will get taken down. You will potentially get your account shut down by eBay. Right? It is on that list of items that you cannot sell. Rosetta Stone's like, no, we're the only certified seller of these guys. The hard part is that most of them have several uses, right? They want to go to a single family and be used by multiple members. Right? Most of the time, it's one person in the family that wants to use this. So they have a lot of times the second account code. So I picked this up pretty cheap, actually like 2 years ago, you guys, and got in touch with Rosetta Stone. They said, yes, there is still a use available. Of course, I told them like a family member had given it to me. And put it up for sale. And I had gotten really close to selling it a few times, but just no one had actually bought it. And then finally, 2 years in, it sold for my asking price of $50. Sometimes it's just the way these things go, right? Like I wasn't into this for much. It doesn't take up much room. Easily fit on a shelf or in a storage unit or in a bin. What are you going to do? It sold for 50. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Item number 7, Nintendo Switch game. Back in the spring, I had picked up like I think 12 or 13 Switch games plus Amiibo for like 120 bucks. It was a fantastic deal. This is one of the last things I still have for sale from that. So right, I think I ended up paying something like $7 a game. When this one wasn't a great flip for that price. Some of them sold for like 30 bucks each, right? So even now I'm just, this is all profit, even though I still assign that $7 to this one. What are you going to do, right? Some of them are going to be winners and some of them are going to be just okay, but I mean, they're still making money. So really happy with that. As you can see, I think it sold for $18.99 with free shipping, something like that. So it's going to be about 15 bucks coming to me from 7. So pretty great. All right, item number 8. This was in just a lot of stuff that we had got, and normally I probably would have just donated this, but it was brand new, and I'm like, okay, I can pop this into a bubble mailer or something. It's going to survive just fine. It had that really thick plastic cover on it, so I wasn't too worried about it getting destroyed. I just put it up for I think $10.99 free shipping. So after shipping, it's only going to net me like $5 or something like that. But like I said, it was in this huge lot of stuff, and normally I would have donated it. So a couple bucks coming in after fees is not going to be too bad of a thing, considering I almost had nothing into this. So yeah. All right, number 9, another video game. This one's from last weekend's video. I picked up just this really nice lot of 3DS stuff for like $50, and have sold already a ton of stuff from that lot. And this was one of them, right? This one sold for $23.99 free shipping. Right, it's going to end up netting me about $20 out of that. Right, just one of the games from that lot. So just really, really good pickup there. Super easy, you guys. Item number 10, this one was not so great. This is an R2D2 plug and play. Right, you plug this directly into your television and turn it on and play games on it. Normally the Pac-Man ones are where you can get a little bit of profit. Almost anything else is going to be hit or miss. This one was kind of a miss. I'm not really sure where I got this or why, but I know I like these plug and plays. They're fun to play with, and just plug it into the TV and play a couple levels of whatever's on there. It's I don't know. It's probably just a bad habit, you guys. But so I was into this for like $1.50, and it sold for I think $10 free shipping, and it's probably would have cost me like $5.50 to ship, right? So just probably no profit at all here. I would not say you guys should pick these up unless you can get them for like a quarter or even free, something like that. Probably not a good flip, you guys. All right, item number 11. This is another when in doubt, part it out moment. Picked up Settlers of Catan board game and was missing several key pieces. So I couldn't sell the entire thing, but what was left inside was all brand new. And so I was like, well, should I just redonate it? Should I give it away? Amber suggests, why don't you part it out, Patrick? You're the one who's always saying, when in doubt, part it out. And I was like, my gosh, I'm a dummy. Of course, that's what we should do. So I looked it up, and sure enough, these pieces are selling. Not super quick or anything like that, but the money was actually there, right? If I had sold this brand new in the box, open, I would have got less money than if I had parted everything out like I'm doing, which is kind of ridiculous, but like really good learning for everybody, I think. And you can see this is just one section of the pieces. It's just like the little game board pieces. And sold it for $20 plus shipping. Just really great. I put it into like a cardboard mailer so it shipped flat basically. Again, really easy. Everybody's been really happy with getting these in the mail, so really happy with these flips. All right, item number 12, Starbucks mug. If you guys don't know, these are out there. You guys will find them. They usually can get them for $1 or $2, and they usually sell between like $10 and $15. So you're not going to make a ton of money on them, but it's a great little bread and butter item and something you can easily be on the lookout for. I wouldn't call it a bolo just because it's just not that much profit a lot of times, but it's definitely something you could add to your list of things that you will find and will sell consistently. Like I'm finding probably 10 to 20 of these a year, right? So that's how common they are. And they usually sell about 1, 2 a month, something like that. So right about as much as I'm finding them, I'm selling them. So again, you got to find sometimes that right buyer, and definitely be on the lookout for the "you are here" stuff. So like when it's a specific city, something like that. If you start to get into some of these just Starbucks branded ones, you're going to be going downward in profit. But these are for those people who went to a city, bought the mug, broke it, and want a replacement. Or they went to the city, didn't get the mug, and got home and decided, you know what, I should have bought one. I got to get one. So those are the types of ones you're going to be able to sell pretty easily. So this one sold for $12.50, right, plus shipping. So pretty good flip for $2. All right, item number 13. Uh, yeah, two of these sold this week. I had only bought two of them, and both of them sold within a couple days of each other. So really funny there. Again, same sold for the same price. The I think $23.99 free shipping, something like that. It may have been 20 plus shipping. I can never remember, you guys. But it was $20, right? It's $20 is what I'm going to actually bring in and then take the fees out of that. And again, into this for like $2.99, something like that. Super easy. Love these types of things. All right, item number 14, another game from that 3DS lot that I got in the last weekend's video. This one sold for $19.99 free shipping, Kirby Triple Deluxe. Right, it goes right into a bubble mailer, boom, out the door for like 3 ounces, so about as cheap as you can get on a first class package. Easy, super easy flip right there. All right, item number 15. This one's actually going to be the sale of the week. This one's pretty awesome, right? $240 free shipping. I think I did add a little bit extra insurance on it, so it's going to end up costing me about $12 to ship it. After shipping, going to be about $228 left, right? Of course, you still got to pay fees out of that. This I had actually got from a sale the same day I got that other 3DS lot. But it was one of the last sales of the day. There didn't look to be a lot of stuff there. So I didn't even turn my camera on, just walked up and ended up being a ton of good stuff. But of course, it was one of those where I'm talking to the dad, I'm talking to the kids, and they started bringing stuff out. I was like, oh man, I don't have my camera on me, of course. But I ended up buying the 3DS plus some games plus some Lego for about $75. And you guys can see, turning just the system into $240 free shipping from 75 is already going to be a good flip all by itself. So like just one of those things where it was like the last sale of the day. It was a great way to round out the day. Just really good solid flip right there. Really good sale of the week. All right, number 16. This one would have been pretty close in a lot of weeks to being the sale of the week. I had got this back in the spring at a garage sale and had gotten a bunch of video games from them. But before any of that stuff even came out, I had bought a Ninja coffee maker and found these Temptations bakeware set. And they had told me it was 100% all there. It wasn't. I think this would have sold a lot faster if it had been there. But I just put it up at, I thought, a pretty, I don't know, pretty high price. And originally, I think I had it like 125, and I had lowered it down to 100 and just said, okay, this is going to be my price where I leave it and just until it sells. And I just put it into a storable area and just said, okay, it just is out of the way. Don't worry about it. And kind of just out of the blue, someone bought it for full price. They didn't even make me an offer on it, which is really odd. I'm not going to complain, right? So I think I had paid $20 for this and turned it into 100. Super easy. Not as easy to ship, right? I ended up putting a bunch of pool noodles into this box. The box itself had just the bottom's original styrofoam, but didn't have the top. So then I basically had to try and recreate the top of it. Like I said, I used pool noodles. You can get those at the dollar store for $1. And just get out your X-Acto knife or like a little utility knife, something like that, and they cut up pretty easily. But right, a little bit more work than if it had been the entire thing just in its original box. For $100, I'll put in a little extra work. All right, item number 7. This is a Coca-Cola Tiffany belt buckle. I was a little bit mystified about this because it looked like it was super cool, super old. It turns out these are all pretty much fake. They were made in apparently like the 1970s. A bunch of different people were making them, and they were completely not by Tiffany's at this point, completely fake. Super interesting, like historical piece, and still able to sell them. And you can see, I think I sold it for $8 plus shipping, so not going to be a ton. This was from my friend Heather. Her dad was moving, so I ended up helping her sell a bunch of her stuff. And so, right, not going to be a ton of money out of this one because it's going to be about $3.20 to Heather and $3.20 to me. For this type of friend type deal, I do 40, 40, 20. So 40% goes to me, 40% goes to Heather, and then 20% set aside for shipping materials and fees. So thank you, Heather. All right, item number 18. This is the last item this week. This is a football jersey. I didn't know too much about these going in. I think I ended up paying $6 a piece and I got 4 of them. Didn't know anything about them, just was like, you know what, I'd like to learn. So buy some and find out. What I found out is that the jerseys that actually have the sewn on letters onto them and sewn on names, those are going to be more of your higher quality type stuff. And then this one had the like rubber letters kind of printed onto the material itself. Not as good, still not bad, right? Obviously, I sold it for $30 free shipping. It's going to be a pretty good flip from $6, but I think it would have been worth even more if it had had those numbers that were sewn on instead. Apparently, there's also a huge market of fake jerseys out there, so I was really worried that these were fake. I did a ton of looking at other listings to see how different they were, and this one actually lined up pretty good with the official ones. So I had no problem saying that this one was real. But apparently, like I said, there's just a flooded market of fakes out there too. So watch out for that as well. All right, that's going to do it this week. If you were just here to look at all the items, thank you for watching. Otherwise, I'm going to do a quick summary. Like I said, I sold 18 items, which we just went through. Total sales was $680. This week had about $150 cost of goods sold, so a little bit higher. But luckily, we didn't do a ton of work last week on eBay, only 8.5 hours. So I think I listed about the same amount of items. I listed 20 items last week and sold 18. So almost that 1-to-1 ratio that I've told you guys about in the past. It seems like to me, whatever work you put into eBay, you get out of eBay, and that kind of holds up here. But at the lower hours that I put into it, my hourly rate went up pretty significantly. I ended up coming out of the week at about $50 an hour, and that's after fees and cost of goods sold have been removed. So like really, really solid week. Up from last week where I was at $33. So right, this one feels like such a good week and is honestly like right in line with the goal that I want. I want to have about a $700 week, which is about $100 in sales a day on average. And of course, you're going to see some go up and some go down, but overall, this is exactly where I want to be. Super, super happy with this last week of sales, and hopefully you can keep it going. Going to try and list a ton of stuff again this week. We'll see how well I do. I'll let you know next week. Hopefully on Wednesday on time and not a day late like I am this week. But all right, you guys, that's going to do it for this week. If you've enjoyed this content, please do smash that like button. And if you're interested in seeing more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you are just watching and not interested in subscribing, that is okay. I don't mind at all. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said at the beginning, my name is Patrick, and thank you very much.